Have you ever walked into a store and had a salesperson try to sell you something that didn't quite fit? Just because that's what they had in stock. Well, when you buy life insurance directly from an insurance company or from an agent who only represents one company, you can only get what they have to offer. You're buying life insurance right off the rack. Here's a better idea. Contact Jennifer Lange, financialservices.com. We're an independent agency and we represent many insurance companies, so we can find life insurance that is the right fit for you and at a price that fits you too. Log on to Jennifer Lange, financialservices.com. At Jennifer Lange, financialservices.com, we find great insurance quotes. When your small business needs financing, you need a fast, secure way to get the right loan at the right time. At WFGinsurancequotes.com, we'll help you pre-qualify for up to $350,000 of working capital and $5 million for your building. Merchant cash advances, SBA loans, affordable fixed-rate term loans, commercial real estate loans with no balloon payments. We make it easy to apply online with a one-page application and funds in 7 days. Contact us, WFGinsurancequotes.com.
Welcome to Independent Wealth Planner Strategies with Jennifer Lange, helping pre-retirees and retirees build, preserve, and protect their financial assets in today's volatile market.
Sponsored by WFGinsurancequotes.com.
Welcome to today's webinar. I'm Mike Payne, and your host for today is Jennifer Lange. Jennifer is an author, a speaker, and a licensed financial services professional who found her love for financial literacy the hard way. Her career goals were on track as she tackled the hustle and bustle of working in New York City as a corporate manager. That is, until life threw her a curveball that would change her direction. Her mother became ill, and Jennifer only had one choice. She left New York and became her mother's full-time caregiver. It was during this 10-year period that Jennifer learned firsthand the importance of how life insurance protects an individual and a family while they are alive, as well as how having essential estate planning documents can empower family members and relieve burdens. She found a new passion and purpose to help the underserved middle class protect against the emotional, physical, and financial stresses of caring for their loved ones. Currently, she works with businesses and families in all 50 states to acquire business loans, life insurance, and annuities. She is contracted through One Resource Group, and you can contact her through her website, WFGinsurancequotes.com. So, without further ado, Jennifer, take it away.
Thanks, Mike. I'd like to welcome and thank everyone for attending today. My name's Jennifer Lange, and this webinar is being recorded and will be available for rebroadcast later on. So please submit all questions via our website, jenniferlangefinancialservices.com. The chat is open, so tell me your name and where you're from, and I'll get to those questions as time allows. I see some names in the chat box already. Excellent. Hi, Carla from Michigan. Good to see you. Brian from Ohio. Good to see you too. I see Sherry from Washington. Glad you made it. Awesome. Well, thank all of you for joining. Today's webinar is entitled 3 Strategies That Will Help You Protect Your Retirement Principal from Market Volatility. And as Mike mentioned, a person can either learn things the easy way or they can learn things the hard way. In my case, when my mom got sick, I learned the hard way. I, like most people, thought that, life insurance was just something you had in order to pay for a funeral. I didn't know that there were certain policies that could actually help you while you're alive. So I do these webinars and I speak to businesses and organizations because I want to help as many people as I can reach their hopes and dreams and avoid that financial learning curve that I went through. And as a token of my appreciation, everyone on the webinar today will be given access to a free ebook that you can download after the call. So let's jump in. Retirement income planning is completely different from investment planning. Everyone has differing needs. So why should your retirement income strategy be the same? Let's think about these 6 critical questions. Number 1, how do you feel about the steps your advisor put in place to protect your nest egg after the 2008 market correction? Number 2, what was your reaction when your advisor explained the difference between asset allocation and retirement income strategies? Number 3, how do you feel about the steps your advisor took to help address your exposure to market volatility? Number 4, what options did your advisor outline for you as an alternative to where your underperforming assets currently reside? And number 5, when your advisor showed you the impact of you living 10 years longer than you planned, how comfortable were you with the changes it had on your retirement income? And then number 6, do you understand the tax diversification strategies your advisor put in place in case tax rates change? In this session, we're going to take a realistic view at what lies ahead and look at some no market risk strategies to hedge against risk. Let's get started by looking at the current marketplace that we're in. We're in a volatile marketplace, and these images I'm about to show you, these are from this week. Now, even if you don't look at stocks every day, you've probably heard about all of the volatility in the market and seen analysts talking about inverted yield curves signaling a recession ahead. Here's an image from CNBC on Monday, August 12th. The Dow drops 390 points. Here's an image from CNBC on Tuesday morning, as evidenced by this guy and his smile here. The Dow jumped 500, and then we know what happened yesterday. The Dow was down 800 points yesterday on the 14th, really struggling to get any types of gains whatsoever. And yesterday was actually the worst drop in the market this year for 2019. Now, if you're 30 years old and this happens, it's not a huge deal. You have time. But if you are 60, 62 years old, and your retirement is on the horizon very soon, this is a very scary situation that we're in. At the same time, think about things that are out of your control as well. This headline from CNBC says, Hong Kong protests more serious than U.S. trade war for global markets. So what they're talking about is how Chinese protests have been going on since June of this year. These are things that you can't control that also have a play in the marketplace. Regardless of what happens in the world, what we can definitely count on and be certain about is that there will be change, right? You're going to have change. You're going to have volatility. There are going to be things that will happen that will be out of your control. Take a look at this article here from Markets Insider, dated August 5th, which reads, a global recession is likely on the way, maybe early 2020, maybe late 2020, maybe at the beginning of 2021. We're not exactly certain. But what it all really amounts to is that a global recession is coming, which really brings me to this point. When things are volatile, as a financial professional in the insurance industry, my job becomes that much more important, because to our clients who may be nearing retirement or wanting to protect that retirement nest egg, we can help them do that with fixed annuities. And in this session, we're going to compare 3 strategies side by side that will help you protect your principal from market volatility. Here's another article. It's an old article from Think Advisor dated September 2017. And it says, clients like guaranteed lifetime income, but not annuities. Isn't that funny? So when you see that, or when I see that, you think, of course they do, right? And in an uncertain time, wouldn't having a guaranteed lifetime income be such an amazing thing for you? I'll ask everyone this question real fast. I know you can't answer me because you're muted on the call, but let's think about this real fast. What is the original annuity? Think about it. What is the original annuity that provides guaranteed lifetime income? It's Social Security, right? And people love Social Security. And what that does is, it really tells me at the end of the day, people love annuities too. They just don't know it. And that's why having conversations about annuities is so important. People need to know that there are ways to generate even more guaranteed lifetime income and protect their retirement from market downturns. Now, this here article I saw from Investment News. The headline reads, Guaranteed Income Tops Boomers' Retirement Wish List. And who wouldn't want that to be at the top of their wish list for retirement? That's your peace of mind. No matter what happens, that dollar amount is guaranteed. So, first we're going to take a look at some illustrations that will show you what your guaranteed income is going to be when you turn the annuity on. Whether that's immediately or a 5-year annuity, 6 years, 7 years, you decide. But we're going to take a look at some examples, okay? So, real fast, how can annuities really help you? Let's look at a few different scenarios. The benefits of fixed annuities separate them from everything else out there. Now, what might be some of the problems pre-retirees are facing right now? Well, let's talk about that market volatility again. With all the stock market has been doing just this week, what can annuities do? Well, first, you have that principal protection available. That zero is your hero. That means no statements in the red with a negative when you have an annuity. The ability that you can put money in an index annuity and it's guaranteed in writing to never lose principal. That is huge when you have the market going on a roller coaster ride like it is this week. Another problem is outliving retirement savings. Many pre-retirees and retirees are very scared of outliving their retirement savings. Yes, you have Social Security, but how about that money you've been saving in a nest egg in a qualified account for years and years? Remember, with annuities, you get lifetime income, the ability to annuitize that guaranteed lifetime income, but also there are products that will go into as well that can really generate some outstanding income for you. And then, of course, how about timing Social Security? That's a big one. Timing Social Security. With an annuity, you can create a liquidity bridge. A liquidity bridge that can help you take full advantage of your Social Security. It's an outstanding feature. It's a huge benefit. And I'm going to go into a hypothetical example here in just a few minutes for you. Now, when planning for your retirement, think about these 3 things: Social Security, taxes, and volatility in the marketplace. Now, if you just logged onto the call, we're talking about the future, and we're talking about guaranteed income in the future. I'd like to show a few examples of products and how they look. Now, one of my biggest advantages is that I'm not tied to any one carrier or anything like that. So I like to shop around for the best deal for my clients and then compare their benefits side by side. So Let's start with Annuity Company A. This is a great product for many reasons. One, it creates a nice guaranteed lifetime income for you in a very easy to read statement. But it has some other features too, like a nursing home multiplier and a death benefit feature that I'll go into later on. So, here are some of the benefits of Annuity Company A. Number one, income can start immediately with this product. For a long time, it's been understood that with income rider products, the products that create that guaranteed income, you can't start for at least 1 year. Some deferred products are set up that you can't start getting an income from them for 10 years. But with this one, you can start income immediately. The nice thing about this product with Annuity Company A is that you have a 20% bonus in the first year. If you wait to turn on income, you can get another 20% bonus in year 5. And if you continue to wait to start income, you get another 20% bonus in year 10. We call it the 20-20-20 product. Is anyone else talking to you about a 10% bonus product or something of that nature? Okay, well, guess what? You have a product here that can credit to the benefit base 20% 3 times, and that's this 20-20-20 product. Now, what I love about this as well are the added benefits. You get more than just an income. You have a nursing home multiplier in there. If you go into a nursing home after 90 days, that income can double for a period of up to 5 years. That's money when you need it the most. Trust me. That's money when your family needs it the most. And then, of course, you have a death benefit feature with this product as well, which is becoming an important thing more and more, especially for wealth transfer. You don't have to take the accumulated value. You can actually elect to take the benefit base as the death benefit should you pass away. And I'll show you an example of how that works here in just a second. Now, one other feature that is excellent about this annuity is you have the guaranteed side to this product, and the benefit base grows by how the index performs. So, real fast, this is a guaranteed income play for pre-retirees who are saying they love guaranteed money, they want to have that guaranteed money in retirement, and they don't want to have to think about it. Now, if you've been working your entire adult life, you're used to having a paycheck coming in. It's a scary thing when the paycheck suddenly stops, right? But what this product can do is create a stable income that you can rely on and that can pay you on top of Social Security as well. So let's run some numbers. Here we have a client, let's call him Dan, who's 60 years old. He's putting $250,000 into this plan, and right away, it's going to get a 20% premium bonus. So that top line shows at issue, his $250,000 went up to a benefit base of $300,000 immediately. You see that? Now, it's at $300,000 for his lifetime payment amount. If he wishes to start income right away, it's $11,760 for the rest of his life. Let's flash forward over to 5 years from now. Notice it's getting that 20% bonus again off of the $250,000, and that benefit base is now $350,000. And if Dan decides to turn on income in year 5, that income is going to be $16,835 for the rest of his life. Now, with that being said, if Dan were to go into a nursing home, again, the elimination period is 90 days. That income is going to double. It'll be $33,670 for a period of up to 5 years. You see that? Just from this example, you can see how easy it is to read and understand the illustrations. Now, What I like as well about Annuity Company A, in addition to the nursing home multiplier, is the death benefit feature. This makes this product extremely beneficial as well. Let's say Dan passes away after 5 years. Dan's beneficiary has the ability to take the $350,000 as the death benefit proceeds. In this particular contract, they are required to take it over 5 equal annual payments of $70,000. So that creates a nice little stream of income for the beneficiary as well. And trust me, this benefit base amount is going to be a lot higher than the actual accumulated value. We'll go into some other strategies here in a little while. So, in this hypothetical example, Annuity Company A is excellent for guaranteed income, excellent for a death benefit feature, and you have that nursing home multiplier amount in there as well. Annuity Company A is an A+ rated carrier, so I'm proud to work with them. Okay, now I want to show you guys a couple of different things. That first product, Annuity Company A, that would have been a guaranteed income play, okay? And it's great because a lot of clients are very interested in guaranteed income where they can see exactly what they're going to get on a statement. However, you have some other products that are out there, and it kind of goes into the Social Security conversation. And I'm going to ask you guys a few questions real fast. And again, you can't respond back, but I want you to think about this, okay? What is the best age to take Social Security? 62 or 70? Now, anyone with a general idea about Social Security knows that 70 is the best age to take Social Security because you can get the best payout, right? You've waited longer. You can get the best payout at age 70. Well, let me throw this question in there for you. What happens if you pass away at the age of 71? Didn't you miss out on all that income gain since you were 62? Right? You could have turned it on at 62 and at least have gotten an income for 9 years there, right? Well, here's another question. So what happens if you take the income at 62 and live to be 90? Well, then, didn't you miss out on a lot of income from taking the money too early? To me, that's what makes the optimal time conversation so important. And that's where we can really help you out with products like these. So the two biggest things to think about as it pertains to Social Security are taxes and volatility in the market. Now, think back. How did you set up your retirement plan? Was it for gross or net income? The reason this is important is that most people don't assume taxes when they say, oh, I'd like to retire on $50,000 per year. They usually don't take into consideration the impact taxes have. What strategy have you put in place to account for the down years that negatively impact your retirement account balance? These are two really big questions we need answers to before we hit retirement. Now, take a look at these articles. Here's one from USA Today, dated August 9th, that says, doing this one thing with their Social Security could mean losing $100,000 in retirement. Now, of course, they're talking about turning it on too soon. And this one from Investment News that says, retirees lose $3.4 trillion by claiming Social Security too early. You're seeing it all over the place. Here's another one from Forbes magazine, dated June 28th. It says, only 4% of retirees claim Social Security at the optimal time. Let's think about optimal time again, because everyone's situation is different, right? You turn on income at 70 from your Social Security. That's great. But if you pass away at 71, well, that didn't do you much good, did it? Everyone's situation is very, very different. And it's a very important conversation to have. This video looks at how your retirement income is affected by healthcare, inflation, and taxes.
How much retirement income will you need? Allianz answers. So your retirement is finally on the horizon, and you're getting ready to turn your retirement savings into an income stream that can help pay for your housing and food costs, health care, and other expenses like entertainment and travel, so you can count on the same amount of income year after year for the rest of your life. Sounds great, right? But what happens if your income takes a hit? That stands for healthcare, inflation, and taxes, and there's 3 big reasons why your retirement income may not go as far as you think over time. Here's why. We know that as people get older, their healthcare needs increase. And what's more, the cost of medical care has risen, a nearly 75% increase during the last decade alone. But the rising cost of healthcare isn't all you have to worry about. Because historically, the general inflation rate for goods and services has been about 3% per year. That may not seem like much, but years of inflation can significantly lower your purchasing power. How significantly? Well, if you had received the same amount of income every year for the last 25 years, today, that income would buy only half of what it used to. And on top of that, there's also the possibility of higher taxes in the future. And not just higher federal taxes, but higher state and local taxes too. So while we can't know exactly how much income you'll need in retirement, we can tell you this. Even if you're starting with what seems like a substantial annual income, these unpredictable rising costs, the hit, could quickly chip away your purchasing power and lower your standard of living. That's why, to help with your plans for a comfortable retirement, you may want to consider a solution like an annuity. Annuities are designed to meet long-term needs for retirement income. They provide tax-deferred growth potential, a death benefit for beneficiaries during the accumulation phase, and a guaranteed stream of income during retirement. But it can also have the potential to increase your income when your annuity has an income benefit such as an optional income rider that may have an additional cost. Yes, it's important to plan for enough income at the time you retire, but an annuity with increasing income potential can help offset rising expenses later. So, if the hit comes, you're more ready for it.
So I want to show everyone how to build a liquidity bridge to get you to age 70. Let's say 70 is the optimal time for you to reach to start taking your Social Security. And that is absolutely what most retirees want to do. But here's the problem. What if you retired at 60? You're going to need some money in the meantime. Well, that's where I want to talk about building a bit of a liquidity bridge so that you can take some income while you're waiting to take that larger Social Security check. Now, before I get into that, I want to go into this product that we're going to use to make this solution happen. We're going to use Annuity Company A's Strategic Design Annuity to create our liquidity bridge. This strategic design product has a lot of great features that are primarily goal-oriented. For example, you cannot turn on income for the first 10 years. You have to let that benefit base grow for 10 years before turning on income. Very important to note. So again, it's not a product for everyone who may want income immediately or if you want it within 10 years. You have to have a window of 10 years or longer, but it creates some outstanding living income for you. Here are some features on this product. You get up to 32% free withdrawals. This is exceptional liquidity because some of the other annuity products that are out there, in most cases, offer 10% free withdrawals or maybe 5% free withdrawals. With some other companies, they only offer interest-only withdrawals. But overall, most fixed index annuities offer 10% free withdrawals. With Annuity Company A's Strategic Design Annuity, this SDA product, having access to up to 32% free withdrawals is a huge benefit. Also with this product, you have an ADL-based income doubler. ADL stands for Activities of Daily Living, and there are 6 basic ADLs: eating, bathing, getting dressed, toileting, transferring, and continence. The performance of these ADLs is important in determining what type of long-term care and health coverage, such as Medicare, Medicaid, or long-term care insurance a person will need as he or she ages. I want everyone to think back to that first benefit solution I just showed. That product had a nursing home doubler. If you recall, the nursing home doubler meant you had to be in the nursing home for 90 days before that income would double. This strategic design product is ADL based. If you can't perform 2 out of 6 of the activities of daily living, you can receive double the income for a period of up to 5 years. And that's as soon as you can prove you can't perform 2 out of 6 ADLs. Now, why is that such a big deal? Well, it's a big deal because now you don't have to go into a nursing home. Now you can stay home getting home health care like most people prefer and still receive that doubled income. And that doubled income can be used for those home health care costs. And then, anything else like special equipment that you might need to buy, you'd have the money to cover that cost with this. That's what this product can provide. My favorite feature of this product is it comes with a 200% GLWB roll-up. GLWB stands for Guaranteed Lifetime Withdrawal Benefit, GLWB, and that grows by 200%. I'm going to show you an example of what that means here in just a moment. But here's what you need to think about. If your annuity is growing by 5%, so the accumulation value grows by 5% because of the index performance, the benefit base will then grow by 10%. So there is a huge income opportunity with the strategic design product. And then, of course, you have level and increasing income options as well. And just a real side note, straight up heart-to-heart talk for a second. Mike mentioned that I left New York and became my mother's full-time caregiver for 10 years. The reality is my career path stopped. Now, granted, in the beginning, I thought we were looking at maybe 2 to 3 weeks. But weeks turned into months, and months eventually turned into years. And on top of that, my mother needed 24-hour care, so I couldn't do it all by myself. We had to pay out of pocket, cash, to bring in extra help. She didn't have any of these things that I'm talking about now to relieve that financial burden. I kept the hours at $35,000 a year. So for 10 years, say it with me, that's $350,000 out of our pockets for home health care costs. And that doesn't include what we would have had to pay out if I and my father weren't helping out every day and night. That $350,000 could have easily ballooned into $700,000 if we weren't there helping, right? So I realized not everybody is going to make a personal sacrifice like I did. I realized that not every family can come out of their pocket to pay for long-term care costs. My brother's savings took a hit. My savings took a hit. My parents' savings took a hit. But by the grace of God, we made it through. A family banded together, and no, we won't get that $350,000 back, but that was our mother, and we weren't just going to let her go down without a fight. So that's my real life lesson. And note to self, if you are in that sandwich generation, or your children are in that sandwich generation, Have the conversation and ask the hard questions. If something happens to mom or dad and they need long-term care, how are we going to pay for it? And where is the money going to come from? Just those two questions. How are we going to pay for it? And where is the money going to come from? Because Medicare does not pay for long-term care costs. I repeat, Medicare does not pay for long-term care costs. Medigap does not pay for long-term care costs. So then the question becomes, so who does? And the answer is Medicaid. Medicaid is the largest public source of funding for long-term care in the United States. Medicaid pays for nursing home care for older people with low incomes and limited assets. And it pays for long-term care services at home and in the community. Who is eligible and what services are covered vary from state to state. And although I don't want this to turn into a long-term care webinar, it bears mentioning. For those who apply to Medicaid for payment of long-term care services, they have to meet both financial and functional eligibility criteria to qualify. The financial criteria often requires that recipients spend down their assets to become sufficiently needy to qualify. So in other words, you would have to show that you are financially destitute down to the poverty level and go on public assistance. And ain't that a kicker? Living the end of your life in poverty. I'll stay. I'll take care of it. We're not doing that. So trust me. I know it's hard to picture yourself being flat on your back and needing someone to bathe and clothe you, especially when you're young at heart. That's why I said in the beginning, I figured I'd be back in 2 to 3 weeks because my mama was Superwoman in the flesh. Nothing, I mean nothing stopped her. She was physically strong. She was mentally strong. She was spiritually strong. She didn't go down without a fight. But she walked into her kryptonite and she couldn't shake it off. She tried her best, but it took her down and it kept her down for 10 years. So if we can just have a real heart-to-heart for just a minute, because I want you to know and I want you to understand that this is not just about money. That is about having a strategy in place that if the worst thing happens, all you have to do is call the life insurance company, because calling Medicaid is not what you work your whole life for. These strategies are about making sure that you live and you die in dignity. And all you need is one plan. Okay? Now, with all that being said, I just want to show you guys how the liquidity works with this product. Yeah, we got to get back to our example. Okay, now, we were looking at the strategic design annuity with Company A. Remember, I said up to 32% free withdrawals. If you take a withdrawal in the second year, that is going to be a 10% free withdrawal that you get. The longer you wait, the larger those withdrawals become. So let's say you take a withdrawal in year 6. Now you have up to a 20% free withdrawal you can take. Let's say you wait until year 8 to take a withdrawal. Now you have up to 32% free withdrawals with no surrender period and no surrender penalty taking effect. It's an extremely liquid product. Keep in mind, that the withdrawal percentage is locked in once the first withdrawal is taken. So if you turn it on and you take income and you take a withdrawal in year 6, that is going to be a 20% free withdrawal. The next year, you can take up to another 20%. So it locks it in there. Got it? Okay, cool. But here's my point. You have a lot of competitive products out there that have up to 10% free withdrawal. This product gives you the ability to have even more access to your money while that benefit base is growing for 10 years. So how does all this work to create a liquidity bridge? Well, let's take a look at this example here, because again, the goal that we're shooting for is to maximize Social Security. You may need help getting to age 70 in order to maximize your Social Security payouts. Here's Dan again at age 60, dropping in $250,000. Remember, he's going to wait until year 6 to start taking the free withdrawals. So let's say he worked until 65 and he purchased the product at age 60. Now, in year 6, he's 66 and he decides to turn on his free withdrawals. He can receive $50,000 or 20% every year for 5 years. Now Dan is getting $50,000 from his annuity every year for 5 years. But here's what's interesting. How much money did he put into this plan? It started at $250,000, right? So after 5 years, deducting $50,000 each year for 5 years, he's taken out the entire $250,000. But guess what? Because of that GLWB growth, that growth at 200%, even though he's exhausted the accumulation value, Dan still can receive a lifetime income of $4,000 for the rest of his life, even if he exhausts the entire original premium that he put into the plan. So what has this done? This has created a liquidity bridge to try and reach age 70, so you can maximize your Social Security payouts. This is an outstanding feature that still leads to you getting a lifetime income on top of your Social Security payouts later on. I think it's a brilliant idea and an excellent product that allows you to be able to do this. Now again, this is a scenario where the person is 60 years old. They're possibly working until 65. So they have money in order to get them there, and then they can turn on those free withdrawals as they need to. It's a very specific example, but again, it just shows the power of the strategic design annuity and what you're able to do with it. So, to recap, you're able to create a liquidity bridge with a strategic design annuity to help you maximize your Social Security. But let's talk about the strategic design annuity as just a tool for creating income. So with this product, again, you cannot turn on income for the first 10 years. But notice how in this example, if Dan were to turn on income in year 11, from this projection, it would be $13,750 a year guaranteed from his $250,000 that he put in. But let's say, take a look at this here. In this example, it grows at about 6% per year. That's being extremely conservative with this. Notice what that hypothetical income is with this product. $41,333 per year for the rest of Dan's life. So, just to recap, this is a hypothetical income example, but it offers more liquidity and activities of daily living base rider, that ADL, as well as outstanding income growth. And by turning it on in year 10, these projections show income at $41,333. Guys, you're not going to find anything with better projections like that. This really, really is an outstanding product. Now, I want to show you a couple of comparisons too, because there are more products coming on the market like this. Here we have Annuity Company B, and I want to show you some different angles here and why each product might be a good benefit to you based on your goals and situation. So again, these are products that you can turn income on after 10 years. Let that money grow in that benefit base amount. What you get with Annuity Company B, you get a 25% benefit base bonus right away. You get 175% benefit base roll-up. You get 10% free withdrawals, but you do get an enhanced death benefit from the benefit base as well with this product. So let me show you a quick example of this one. Notice it looks very similar to Annuity Company A's product where you can take income. Let's look at Company B's hypothetical income. They're both showing and growing at about the same rate here. With Annuity Company B, you have income showing at $33,858. That's the same 60-year-old client Dan putting in $250,000. That's $33,858 per year for the rest of his life. Now, notice Annuity Company A is showing a lot better income of $41,000, but with Company B, you also get the benefit base as the death benefit. So, if you were to pass away, that benefit base could be the death benefit for your beneficiary, which your beneficiary can take over a 5-year period. Now, do me a favor and take a look at how the benefit base compares to the accumulated value. $580,000 versus $397,000. This is an excellent legacy product as well, where legacy is becoming extremely important these days. Maybe you're a person who says, listen, I don't need this money. I don't plan on using it. I want to leave it behind for somebody. Well, why not put it into a product like Annuity Company B, where your beneficiary can take it out of the benefit base instead of just relying on the accumulated value to grow. It's an outstanding legacy product. So as we compare the two, and I like to look at these two side by side on why these could be outstanding future income products. You look at Annuity Company B, you get a 25% benefit-based bonus. With Annuity Company A, there is no benefit-based bonus. You have a little higher roll-up rate there with Annuity Company A. You have a lot more liquidity with Annuity Company A. I also like the ADL-based feature versus just the confinement doubler that you have with Annuity Company B, because the ADL base gives you so many more options. You can have the home health care, right? But where I do like Annuity Company B is if you're that person that says, you know, Jennifer, I really don't want to touch this money. I just want to let it grow. I want the proceeds to go to my beneficiary when I pass away. That's where Annuity Company B with that death benefit feature can be an extremely valuable tool. In a minute, I'll go over some other benefit features that are available. But if you're looking for excellent income growth vehicles, these products are at the top of my list. Next, let's talk about a short-term strategy. We touched on market volatility earlier, and we're seeing a lot of people who are looking to just park cash for a short period of time. People are looking for somewhere that is safe, secure, where they can have some guaranteed growth, and that's what we're seeing happen a lot with this MYGA strategy. MYGA stands for Multi-Year Guaranteed Annuity. So MYGA, MYGA, okay? The more volatility we see, the more we have clients rotating cash out of investment accounts that are losing money in the market and into MYGAs for 3 years or maybe 5 years. Full disclosure, Annuity Company C has a rate change coming. I got an email about 3 minutes before this webinar, but this gives us a nice little idea of what's out there, okay? You're looking at Annuity Company C's MYGA rates, and they are an A- rated company. They do have a 3-year MIGA at 2.65% right now. They have a 5-year at 3.15% right now. And those are both high band with $100,000 or more. There's a lot of good MIGA options out there, but keep in mind, you're going to see continuous rate changes, which is one reason we're seeing such an uptick in short-term MIGAs right now, because people want to lock in a good rate while they let that money stay parked for those 3 to 5 years. This here is just a quick example of what the illustrated values look like with a MIGA, okay? So we've compared companies, we've compared benefits, and we've looked at ways to maximize Social Security. The first place to start is just to think about what's most important to you. If you know home health care is important, you may want to look at a product with ADL-based features instead of confinement-based features, right? If you want to maximize Social Security and you've got 10 plus years, think about the liquidity bridge strategy. If leaving an inheritance is important, look at those features. But your life insurance and your annuity should be tailored around your needs, your goals, and your time horizon. This final video takes a look at smart retirement strategies.
What's a smart strategy to help grow my retirement savings? Allianz answers. These days, given the rising costs of retirement, growing your savings can help provide more of the money you'll need. That's why you may have invested a portion of your savings through a financial professional or through a 401k plan or personal IRA. Since you want your retirement savings to increase in value over time, you may think the smart idea is to just pick investments that have the biggest growth potential. In other words, you think investments should be like Babe Ruth, the legendary home run hitter for the New York Yankees. But here's the thing. Every time Babe Ruth got up to bat, there was no guarantee he'd hit a home run. In fact, he actually had more strikeouts than he had home runs over his career. How many more strikeouts? Almost twice as many more. That's why baseball teams can't just rely on power hitters like Babe Ruth. They need to diversify their team with other players who can be counted on for singles and doubles. That way, when your power hitters aren't knocking it out of the park, you've got other players whose results may be less dramatic, but will keep adding up over time. It's the same for retirement savings. The investments with the potential for the best returns, the power hitters, tend to be the most unpredictable. Remember, no matter how successful an investment has been in the past, its future performance is never a sure thing. That's why financial professionals typically recommend a diversified portfolio to balance out investments with higher growth potential with other financial assets that can provide protection and more stability. These other assets might include an insurance product, like a fixed index annuity, that can help build and protect savings and provide guaranteed income for retirement, or a fixed index universal life insurance policy to provide death benefit protection. Both of these insurance products include the opportunity to earn interest annually based on the growth of an external index. What this means is you aren't actually invested in the market, and you can never lose money due to drops in the market. So if you're looking for an insurance product for your portfolio, consider one that gives you opportunities to diversify among allocation options. Here too, you'll want options designed for higher growth and ones for more stability, so you'll reduce the possibility of earning zero interest in a given year. To sum up, diversification for your retirement savings can be as important as diversification on a baseball team. Yes, it'd be great if there was one option you could always count on for home runs. But what you really want is a team that can work together to help deliver the results you need.
Moving your life savings from one account to another is a huge event. You need to make sure you have a trusted advisor or agent to help you. A great agent will walk you through the entire process. Our agents have helped hundreds of individuals move their retirement savings into the safety and security of fixed annuities, and we make sure we find the right product to fit your needs and goals. Contact us if you are recently retired or have stopped contributing to your retirement savings account. We can show you your options to ensure that your retirement is as hassle-free and predictable as possible. Log on to jenniferlangefinancialservices.com and simply request a free, no obligation phone consultation. I'll be happy to help you. All right, well, unfortunately, I'm limited by time. And as a token of my appreciation, everyone on the call will have access to a free ebook from SafeMoney.com entitled Annuity Insights Guidebook. This way you'll be able to grab a hold of things I wasn't able to cover in this episode. Simply go to jenniferlangefinancialservices.com and click on the ebook section. We actually have 3 books available right now. Feel free to download whatever booklet interests you. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback about the 3 booklets, and since I'm a member of SafeMoney.com, there's never a cost to you. Just let them know I referred you. So, where it says enter the name of the referring advisor, just type in Jennifer Lange and you can get the book for free. Also, you'll be able to view articles and learn more about life insurance and retirement planning from my site. We have loads of information and content available for free, which will not only help to increase your knowledge base, but save you a lot of time. For more podcast episodes, log on to jenniferlangradioandtv.com. The podcasts are available in both audio and video formats. Don't forget to like us and share. So, for your next step, visit my website, jenniferlangefinancialservices.com, and schedule a free phone consultation. We handle 401k rollovers, no market risk retirement planning, business succession, and life insurance. Thank everyone for attending and have a great day. Until next time. Have you ever walked into a store and had a salesperson try to sell you something that didn't quite fit? Just because that's what they had in stock. Well, when you buy life insurance directly from an insurance company or from an agent who only represents one company, you can only get what they have to offer. You're buying life insurance right off the rack. Here's a better idea. Contact jenniferlangefinancialservices.com. We're an independent agency and we represent many insurance companies, so we can find life insurance that is the right fit for you and at a price that fits you too. Log on to jenniferlangefinancialservices.com. At jenniferlangefinancialservices.com, we find great insurance quotes. When your small business needs financing, you need a fast, secure way to get the right loan at the right time. At WFGinsurancequotes.com, we'll help you pre-qualify for up to $350,000 of working capital and $5 million for your building. Merchant cash advances, SBA loans, affordable fixed-rate term loans, commercial real estate loans with no balloon payments. We make it easy to apply online with a one-page application and funds in 7 days. Contact us, WFGinsurancequotes.com.